Chop Soccer Podcast. We are back in the building. It's your boy Rox Fontaine. Kenzel Washington, what's going on with you?
Oh man, nothing. Uh, Chilling. It's been one of those weeks. We did an interview this week. I still can't believe that we got back out here and did some networking in these streets.
Yeah.
You wanna recap it for the people because I think this would be our first time talking about it after the interview, so we might as well
Yeah.
let the people
So
know.
the good homie Chris in New Mexico,
Yeah,
he runs a Black Diamond supporters group. He invited us to come on to his podcast for a Black History Month series that he's doing. And we were just chopping it up about our backgrounds in soccer, our relationship to MLS, culture, music, lifestyle, all the usual shit. So that was a good time, man. Did you enjoy yourself?
yeah. I felt I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to say I felt ambushed, but like y'all are way like heavy into internet culture, I would say, more
Mm.
than I am. So like when he was like, I'm not gonna do like this narwhal or whatever he was saying.
Nardwar.
Yeah, Nardwar. I was like, I have no clue what that shit is.
How do you
But
not know
like
Nardwar?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. I
That's
just don't
crazy.
yeah, like
He's
that's what
like
I'm saying.
famous, famous.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't like I don't know Nardwar. So like
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
so
That's like,
when he said that, I was like, I don't know what we about to get into, but you seem to know it and you seem to be all right with it. So I was like, all right, like Rocks wouldn't let this shit fly if like
nah, nah.
Nardwar was some old crazy shit.
Yeah, Nardwar's he's a personality, but he
Okay.
does interviews. He does interviews of all popular musicians from all different genres.
Okay.
But his research is like he shocks the performers themselves. He asks questions
Yeah.
about like shit that you would have had to been in their elementary class to know. And somehow he finds this stuff out. And it's fun to watch him, surprise the guests with these crazy questions and like super specific knowledge questions. They're just like, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah.
So he was just saying that he was really doing the research on me and you before we came on the show.
He did hit you with some stuff that I didn't think that like other people really knew. Because like he hit you with like the model and shit, and
Yeah.
niggas know that about rocks. Like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And
he
then
definitely
like,
won the archive for that.
and then I felt kind of good because like he was like he had to ask me these generic questions because he couldn't find shit about me on the internet, and I was like,
My OPSEC is
yeah,
A1,
yes,
nigga.
yeah, fucking no. No way, no way. My portfolio is that thick on the internet. Like you ain't finding much out about me on the internet, my boy.
Yeah,
But it
it's
was a good
better that
time.
way for sure.
Yeah, it was a good time. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the capsule that he's working on.
Yeah,
Make sure, once he releases that, we give it a little promo on here because I'm
yeah,
sure it'll be pretty good. We had talked about it quite some time ago. He was saying, he wanted to reach out to me about getting ideas about how to approach it from a slightly different angle. So this is the first time seeing that he's putting something this complete together. So should be good,
yeah.
man.
And y'all definitely vibed out from that perspective of like working really closely with like an FO
Hmm.
in that capacity. Like with everything you did with Third Rail and then him like maybe being the only black guy in New Mexico. I'm not I'm not sure.
I don't think he's the only guy, but
He's not the only one.
he's
All right.
probably one of few.
Yeah, we'll say few.
Yeah. I've never really seen the rest of the group, so it could be only him. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. It don't matter. Like
Yeah, yeah.
if it is even more impressive if it is only him because like he definitely creates an outsized presence like in
Right,
terms
right, right.
of like just what he's doing to like network and like shine a light not even on like just black diamonds but just like the whole like New Mexico United like outfit as a team, right? Like
Hmm.
you know a lot more about New Mexico United than you do a lot of other teams,
Right.
through him. And if it's
100%.
just him, like that's just even more impressive.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, let's get into some soccer conversation, man. Not too much on the docket this week. However, MLS is back in season. We're officially underway. The quest
You're
for the MLS Cup for the 2025 season is underway. But let's
we
talk
back,
U.S.
baby.
Women's National Team. She believes Cup came to came to a close this week. Japan beat the U.S. Women's National Team. Was it 2-1? Was the final score?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's been interesting watching. That was actually the first loss of the Emma Hayes era of the U.S. Women's National Team. I did catch them in the Cup versus Colombia. Completely forgot to add the final to my calendar, so I missed the final game. But it's been interesting watching how Emma Hayes has taken this team and pointed it directly at the youth of the U.S. Women's National Team pool. What are your thoughts on this, Ken? Like, is this going to be a sustainable model for this team going forward? And is it the right thing and or the fair thing to cut off the older players right now?
So, to start with, if it's sustainable, in terms of player development, it's definitely sustainable for Emma Hayes to do this. The U.S. talent pool is very deep, so she has a lot of like just options to pull from when it comes to bringing talented players in to play in tournaments like this that don't really mean much.
Hmm.
Um, the only sustainability part I would question is if financially you see a tournament like this not draw as much because the stars aren't there.
Mm,
But hopefully we're past that in terms of like a product. Um, when it comes to being fair to veteran players, I think that it is not fair given the circumstances that the U.S. women's national team has put a generation of veteran players in, but it is the right thing to do from Emma Hayes to phase these veteran players out because you don't want to continue the process of doing what previous generations of the U.S. women's national team has done, and that is, burn youth careers or players coming into their prime on the front end at the expense of like revenue tickets and things like that on the back end.
mm,
So I think all in all, this is a good sign, regardless of whether or not the team won the She Believes Cup, that we're really kind of turning the page on you know previous things that the U.S. women's national team has done and moving into more of a sustainable and traditional model that the world uses in terms of like teams with deep player pools like really starting to cycle people out in and out.
hmm. Yeah, it's about that time, man. You put an article on the docket where Casey Kruger was explaining her disappointment that she was being cut from the team. Emma said that she wasn't going to be able to use her, and I think that's fair, man. Crystal Dunn is 32, Emily Fox is 26, Casey Kruger is, I believe, 34.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Like, listen, people they wanted the winter juice, right? So now you got to go get these younger players, keep up with these evolving women's teams around the world that are playing fast, dynamic, fresh football. You got to keep up. And if you just keep trying to stick with the same old formula, especially Emma Hayes herself, like that's not even her wave. It would just be a disaster for everyone involved. So for her to turn that team around the way she has done in such a short amount of time, that's only their first loss since she started. That's already crazy. She's going to be, if she continues at that clip, she's going to be an all-timer by the time she leaves. So, and they'll have a shitload more trophies to show for that work. So, I'm here for it, man. This is all the positive way to go. you know, everybody has their time, man. Everybody has their time.
Yeah, I think the sad thing about like the Casey Kruger situation is that her time has passed, like just in terms of like her peak years
Mm-hmm.
of like what would be considered quote unquote international service, but she didn't get a fair shake when she was in her prime,
Right.
right? Like, you know, the mid 2010s were the mid to late 2010s was really her era to like make a claim on like getting international caps,
Mm-hmm.
and just the way the US women's national team was set up and kind of the way they prioritized, you know, I guess like established stars over like, you know, bringing in like, you know, good players,
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, really rotating them. Like, you know, she really missed out on her chance to have a lot more caps than she did. And
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. She spent a lot of time here in Chicago. I actually met her mom once, you know, at a Red Stars tailgate. Shout out Chicago Local 154, the branch here that does like the Red Stars like tailgates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's really nice. Like, you know, she was really excited that you know, Casey Kruger was here in Chicago. She's from the area, you know,
Right.
and it was always like, you know, when she gonna get a call up, when she gonna get a call up. And like, you know, she was always one of the league's best defenders, but you know, previous coaches weren't really having the like, you know, rotate in, rotate out, like, you know, create a deep player pool kind of like, you know, situation. They were like, yo, we got our like, you know, 18 to 22 that we're taking everywhere. And if
Mm-hmm.
you don't get in that 18 to 22, then, you know, you can be on the fringes, you can get a call up or two, but like, you know, we're definitely going to take older players and then like, you know, just see what it's like. So, you know, it's a real shame that she didn't get more caps, but like, you know, this is the way it has to be. You know, it would be a shame to somebody else that they're losing like, you know, their potential chance at,
Right.
you know, doing that. But I hope they do something nice for this generation of players, you know, because there are quite a few players that probably didn't get the caps that they were supposed to. That it'd be nice to like maybe see them all in like a friendly or something, do like a proper send off, like, you know,
Yeah.
somewhere where it's like a heavy American crowd and like, you know, they can get like, you know, a fair,
Cincinnati.
yeah, yeah, do like a Cincinnati, do like a
Man,
Kansas
please don't
City.
do no damn Cincinnati, bro.
Well, I mean, just do somewhere, anywhere, you know, where
Yeah.
they can get like a proper send off. But yeah, like She Believes was 3 games. You know, it's your classic, like, you know, friendly tournament that if you win it, it means everything. If you don't, it means nothing. So, like, this was the perfect time to really do the, you know, transition, like, you know, get some new blood in there. Like, you know, we didn't have our stars. So, like, you know, Sophia Smith wasn't there, Trinity Rodman wasn't there. Um, you know, just up and down the line. You know, Mal Pugh wasn't there. Well, Mal Swanson wasn't there. Like, you know, I could probably keep going on other NWSL stars that weren't there that are definitely going to feature like in the future.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, we got to look at, you know, what the future potentially is going to look like. And it, you know, it looked okay. It looked all
Yeah.
right.
Look totally
You know?
okay. Totally okay. As I mentioned in our intro, man, MLS season has begun. We are well on our way. Did you check out any of the opening week games?
Um, yeah, so I checked out quite a few. Obviously, you know, the Fire playing Columbus was of interest to me because like, you know, I guess I would consider myself a Fire fan. You know, I've been getting pressed about it, you know, offline. So, like, you know, like I'm there, I guess. Um, you want to run down some of these and you can tell me if you checked it out or what you potentially might have thought about it.
Yeah, let me know.
All right.
Just
So,
throw me some softball those, like five or so,
okay.
because I didn't catch a bunch of them.
Okay, so we'll start with Columbus, Chicago. Did you catch that?
Absolutely not. I knew y'all
Okay.
was gonna get washed.
Yeah, it started off okay, but then Diego Rossi kind of did his thing, and he made it into the team of the week off the back of that.
Hmm.
Well, he made it into our team of the week off the back of that. Did you catch? Let's see, what was another good game? Atlanta Montreal ended up being a really good game. It was 3-2. Did you check that out at all?
I did not. I wish I did. Um, yeah, I heard it was a good game. I need to go back and watch it on the season pass.
It was a really good game. Atlanta has a new striker. His name is
Latte live.
Emmanuel. Yeah, Latte La.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his thing. He came over from the championship. He actually said that like playing in MLS was more difficult than playing in the championship.
We know this. I don't know
Yeah.
why people keep playing with MLS, bro. We know this shit. If you
Um.
watch the league, you know this.
Yeah. I was definitely surprised to hear somebody say it, but then like he did his thing. He balled out. So like it's gonna be a really interesting season to see like if he's able to keep it up or just
Yeah.
like how he's able to roll with that. Our boy Bruce Arena, he started on fire.
Yeah, he
You
did.
know, they San Jose won 4-0. Did you look into that? You check that out at all?
I think I watched the highlights, but yeah, I could just imagine Bruce like, I told y'all niggas. I told y'all.
I think San Jose is going to have a sneaky good I think they're going to have a sneaky good season this season.
Ain't even no sneaky good. They got Bruce. You already know what time it is, bro.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
England went and got Bruce. The motherfucker set the points record the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
season. Like,
Yeah, they
stop
turned it right
playing with
around.
that man, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care what we talk about. No, I can't say I don't care, but whatever trouble he got in at his last stop, I doubt it was with the intent that they're trying to make it out to be. Only because it's Bruce. Like that guy has
Yeah.
gone everywhere and been able to win. And you don't just go win like that, being a complete asshole to your players. Like
Yeah.
at least not in MLS. Maybe overseas somewhere because they got coaches over there that can just kind of get away with whatever because they're playing in a different stratosphere as far as the money goes. But yeah, man, Bruce is him when it comes to this MLS shit. And San Jose it ain't gonna be no sneaky. It's gonna be like, oh, San Jose got Bruce, and you know what time it is.
Yeah, and they back.
Yep,
Um okay, I'll give you two more. Did you watch or did you check out San Diego, the new expansion team? San
I
Diego
did.
LA Galaxy?
I did. I had to watch that just out of curiosity. I like
Yeah.
watching the expansion teams because I just want to see how the new clubs coming in, establish their identity and their play style, all that sort of thing. And listen, man, them boys was kind of cooking, and they were
Yeah.
tearing it up in the preseason tournament as well. The Coachella Valley joint,
Yeah.
they shredded Red Bull like 6-0. So yeah, man, they coming out the gate hot, knocking off the current champions is woof. That's a nice way to start the season.
Yeah, our player of the week, Anders Dreyer. I think he had a brace in that
Yeah, he had a
game.
brace. He balled out.
Yeah, he was cooking. All right. So we will. I guess the last one I'll throw to you because I know you watched it. You were in
Goddamn right I
attendance.
did.
You were in attendance for this game too. Inter Miami, New York City FC. I see you got that shit on.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
you just want to give people a rundown of like your opening day experience?
I wasn't there. It was in Miami, so
Oh,
I
it was
didn't
in
go.
Miami. It was in Miami.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. I
yeah. I
saw
had
you
friends
had.
down there. I was not invited, so fine. I see how that goes. But yeah, I did not go. I would have gone if I had known that they were going.
Uh huh.
But yeah, it was a good game. Um, Very interesting game for me because a lot of our fan base has already written off the team because we don't have stars or Santi Rodriguez left. I always thought Santi Rodriguez was ass as a player, uh, especially ass as a number 10 when you have Maxi Morales on the same team. Once he came back, I was like, bro, you got to give up that 10 shirt because that does not belong to you.
Yeah.
But we played well. We smacked Miami in the mouth early. Well, not early. They went up early. I want to say like the 4th minute, but we quickly recomposed ourselves, punched Miami in the mouth, went up 2-1. They gave 11 minutes of stoppage time in the second half. And,
Yeah.
Messi, that's plenty of time for him. And
Yeah.
he just made some shit happen. He got a delicious through ball to, I can't remember the guy. I don't even know his name, but he chipped the keeper, scored 2-2, game finished in a draw. Can't complain. Young team, new coach on the road for the first game of the season. This new coach apparently has a pretty rough training schedule. It demands a lot of them physically, something they have not been used to over several seasons now. So, overall, a good result. We should have left there with the full 3 points, but that's MLS. We got the point. We move.
Y'all got a black coach?
Yes. Hey, listen, man, about that. So,
He said about that. Okay.
So they signed the guy, right? And I don't
Uh-huh.
know shit about him. They're like, oh, we got this new coach coming in. His name is Pascal Janssen, right? So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Pascal Janssen. I'm thinking Latino, something, this, that, and the
No,
third.
he's Dutch.
He's Dutch. I didn't know that.
Yo, we got to
So
get
what
some
happened?
Dutch masters. We got to get some Dutch.
That's lit.
We got to get some Dutch masters
Yeah.
shirts made with Pascal on them
Yes,
joints.
sir.
Hell
That's
yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So they sign him. He's here in the country. He's at the facility. They do the video. So I put the video on. And I'm looking at him and I still have not acknowledged or recognized that this man is black. So I put the video on, I start playing and I'm like at work. So I'm, on my computer doing this, that, and third, and the shit is just in my ear playing. And as soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, he black. I said, wait a minute. I went back to the picture. I was like, oh yeah.
So
I'm
what?
looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, he's black.
So what? What do you do? He hit him with a yerb?
No, they was like, nah, it's just we got that weight. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
You could just hear that. It's a gravitas to that shit. And he
It's been
started
some
talking, and then
struggle.
they asked him, what kind of music you listening to? He was like, oh, I like R&B and something. I was like, yeah, yeah, it's
Talk
up,
that
it's
shit.
up, it's up.
Talk
And
that
listen, as
shit.
far as I'm concerned, bro, that's the energy we need. Like I've said this
Yeah,
at several occasions throughout NYCFC's history, and that is the culture of this club should be black culture. I don't care what you're talking about. Yeah, New York City is a great melting pot. We have all these cultures from all over the world. We have a whole melting pot of a bunch of shit going on. I get it. However,
yeah,
it's our culture that make this shit fresh.
yeah. New
So,
York City's a black city.
yeah, when we have a black coach that understands that energy and can translate that confidence into all the players, all the fans, it makes for a better team, man. When Patrick Vieira was here,
Yeah,
like that was a time
yeah.
because
Like
we
you could
were
feel it.
kicking the
Yeah,
shit out of everybody. And it
yeah,
wasn't just like, we're squeezing by 1-0. It was a full on, like, we're so much better than you. And we know we're better than you. And I like that type of energy. I feel like Pascal is gonna bring that energy back. So I'm excited for it.
yeah. I didn't realize. I didn't realize you guys had a black coach until you said you had a new coach. And then I was like, let me go see if it was like a coach I recognize. And then I was like, yo, that nigga's black. Like I don't care if it said he's from like the Netherlands or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
nah, he's black. Have you
yeah,
seen his mama?
no. He said, "Have you
That's the
seen his
next level.
mama?"
Cause when I heard his voice, I was like, yeah, this man, he's got to be black, black.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I went and I, looked him up, and then I pulled his Wikipedia, and it
Hmm.
showed his mom. His mom was an R&B singer or a pop singer or something like that.
Oh
But she's black,
yeah.
black.
Hold on. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like MLS ain't playing.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit! This nigga kind of fly. Like
Yeah.
his first pitch is him. Like, what's up, bro? Like this nigga's kind of fly.
That's what I'm
Y-
saying, man. As
Yo,
soon as the first words is spilled out of his mouth, I was like, "Oh, he black."
yeah, my guy's kind of fly. I like it.
Yeah,
His mom was Sue Hanuler. Oh, she's from the UK.
yeah,
I've never heard of the duo Spooky and Sue,
yeah. Me either.
but
Me either.
oh
But she was
yeah,
doing her thing.
yeah. Oh, she got the Tina Turner hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, she got it. She got it. Her genres are reggae and dance electronic.
Yeah, there you go.
For some reason, Prodigy from Mob Deep comes up in this search.
Maybe he sampled it or something.
It's gotta be. Like gotta be. I don't know why, but like Google for some reason puts together all of them and Prodigy. So yeah, big shouts. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. That gives me a reason to follow like NYCFC, and it gives us a real interesting storyline too to kind of follow
Yeah.
as a podcast.
Yep.
Like that's gonna be fun. That is
Two
going to
additional
be fun.
things for you. Have you seen, and what are your thoughts on whether you've seen it or not? Sunday night soccer. MLS is now featuring a primetime Sunday night game, trying to up their production value and their excitement around big profile games.
I like that. Is it only gonna be on Apple?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they could probably do a little better if they could put that on network television. That'd be dope. That'd be like dope. But like, yeah, I mean, I like the idea of having like some type of game of the week that you're highlighting that gets played on Sunday night. Um, I am interested to see what ends up being the game of the week most weeks
Mm-hmm.
because, like, there's a high well, I don't there's a not zero chance that your game of the week could be boo boo. Like the NFL, well, I mean, like the NFL runs into this a lot where like, they look at the schedule and they like try to highlight games of the week and they try to place them in certain positions, but
Right.
the teams don't necessarily work out. So like your Sunday night football game could be like a game two teams nowhere close to the playoffs, nobody cares about. So, but the NFL is such a large brand it don't really matter, right?
Yeah, no matter.
So like I'm really interested to see like what the games end up shaking out to. Was the San Diego LA Galaxy game the game of the Sunday night soccer game this
I
week?
think so. I think so.
Yeah, that's not
And then the
that
next one is Miami and Houston.
uh that could be Miami Houston could go either way, but I also think that like, you put Miami in any Sunday night game just to get
Right.
messy on it, like, you chances are it's going to be all right.
Right.
I'm surprised. Well, I can see why they did it with San Diego for the expansion one, but I'm surprised that Inter Miami NYCFC was at the Monday night game
Um,
because that would have, to me, that would have been if
yeah, it's probably the same thing. You have to pre-plan the schedule, so it's
yeah,
kind of difficult to, especially since the East doesn't play the West much anymore.
yeah. To me, that would have been the marquee game because just looking at these, like nothing else really stuck out. Like, I mean, Houston and Dallas is kind of a rivalry, but like nobody outside of Houston or Dallas cares about that. And then nobody else really played like anything that would stick out. Like the two marquee teams probably would have been Inter Miami, NYCFC. But whatever. I'm excited to hear about it. What's the other thing that you?
So the other thing,
Mhm.
Apple TV Plus has
Ooh.
a Drive to Survive style soccer documentary called Onside, and it's covering MLS, several teams, front offices, highlighting some players from the league and their stories and how they're navigating their personal life and their professional career.
Ooh, I saw previews for that.
Have you watched any of it?
No, I do have Apple TV though, so I'm gonna have to. I got it as a part of my like Apple like membership or whatever. So I'm gonna have to check it out because you don't need like an MLS subscription to it. I saw previews for it. It looked kind of dope.
Check it out, man. It's like 8 episodes, I believe,
They've already put out
and
all 8 episodes.
all 8 episodes are out. You can
Okay.
binge watch it. There are some really compelling stories in there. They go from a piece of the 2023 season through the 2024 season, all the way up to the final.
Okay.
And what they were able to capture in this documentary is pretty damn cool. So I'm excited to see. I want everybody to watch it. You know, if you're
Mm-hmm.
listening to this podcast, whether you have Apple TV Plus or not, go on there. I believe you can get a 3 month free trial. That's what I did. Watch the whole series. If you don't need the Apple subscription to watch it, even better. That's all the more reason to go watch it because it's free. I thought it was really, really good, and we need to support it. Run the numbers up on it because it needs to come back. They need to continue it because this is how we're going to engage more people who don't know anything about this league and don't respect the players and the staff of this league. You know, when we're more uh, engaged with the stories and happenings in the league, it makes for the more casual fans to come out and watch on game day. So check it out. I had a great time with it. I just finished it today, actually. I watched the last episode after work, and it was really, really cool. Could definitely use some additional fleshing out and following of some more storylines. But for a first time out, well done.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch one episode a week. You said 8 episodes, and for
Yep.
the next 8 weeks, I'm gonna come in and do a episode review, and we'll just kind of do it as like a standalone part of the show.
Okay.
So like next week we'll review episode 1, and then like we'll post it to the socials and everything. So like we can kind of start a conversation around it, see if we can get some buzz
Yeah.
going
It's a
around
good show, man.
like
I
the
enjoyed
show.
it.
Yeah, because I saw the preview and I was like, oh man, like I remember us talking about it coming out, and then I
Mm-hmm.
forgot that it was coming out, and then I saw the preview, and I was like, oh shit, like I might have to double back and watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably need to. I constantly watch The Last Dance on repeat, so like it'd be good to get something else in the rotation.
Yeah. All right, let's jump over to some international soccer talk. Um, this was really interesting, man. I saw this headline somewhere, so it was interesting that you put it on the docket too, because wow. So, Greenland, the country,
Yeah.
their national football team has been looking to play some competitive football on the global stage. But due to socio-political happenings in their region, they are now looking for CONCACAF, which is the Confederation of North, Central America, and Caribbean Association Football. They're looking to join CONCACAF so that they can play some games away from the political nonsense in their region. What are your thoughts on this, Ken, man? First of all, is this a good idea? Two, should CONCACAF allow it?
So I I don't I don't want to act like my geography is great,
Mm-hmm.
but is Greenland technically North America or Europe?
That is a great question. It's probably technically Europe. Let's check Google Maps.
Yeah, like is Greenland like technically North America or Europe? Because if
I
Greenland,
mean, it's literally pretty much in the middle, bro.
well, just
It's
Google it.
closer to
Say,
North America, to be honest.
well, actually, well, just like Google the question: Is Greenland North America or Europe? And just see what the AI says. Because I this is just one of those things that like I consider myself pretty like well versed in like geography and stuff like that, but this is
Hmm.
something I do not know. So
So visit Greenland. BBC says yes, Greenland is geographically part of the North American continent, but it is politically an autonomous territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. So that's the problem. Is like you're
I
aligned
am
with
so
Denmark, but you're
I am
geographically North American.
I am so confused. Like, well, I mean, like I understand that in principle,
Hmm.
but like I didn't know that Greenland was technically a part of Denmark. Like,
Me either.
yeah. So I
Shit
mean,
that you
like,
can get on Chop Soccer Podcast.
yo, man, if Greenland wants to succeed and become its own country and like
Secede.
secede, if Greenland wants to secede from Denmark and become his own country and like then play in CONCACAF, I'd say why not? Like why
Yeah.
not? Like I think it'd be a little weird if they're still like a part of Denmark, but like if they secede from Denmark and then like they want to like play in CONCACAF, I'd say why not? I'd welcome home. Welcome home, you know. So like yeah, I think I actually don't mind that at all cuz they're technically on the North American continent. So if they're on the North American continent, if they're their own country, if they become their own country, welcome home, Greenland.
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
home.
I don't know, bro.
You don't know.
Yeah, because either way, they're losing. If you stay with the fuckery going on in the UK, that's not ideal. And you absolutely don't want to join the fuckery going on over here. So it's a lose lose for them.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like they're joining the United States. Like, they would be their own independent
Yeah,
nation,
I
and
get
then
that. But
like,
even still, like, just the disorganization of CONCACAF, and they're a small footballing nation. You have to deal with, the travel. You're so far away from everybody. So even though you be playing in CONCACAF, it's still thousands of miles of travel to play competitive games. I don't know, bro.
I think it'd be good for them. I think it'd be good for them because then, like, the U.S. national team would have to go there. The Mexican national team would have to go there. The Canadian national team would have to go there, and I think it would take on a bit of a different like thing for them as opposed to like them possibly joining like the European Union and
Hmm.
joining like UEFA and the Euros because like they have no chance there. Like they'd just be another small country in a stack of a million,
Right.
like at least
Yeah.
here, like, your big dogs, like, your big dogs would have to come to you and like CONCACAF is at least kind of organized in that way where like you could squeeze into like a gold cup.
Yeah, they could beat
You
a
could
Puerto Rico or some shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, outside of the US, Canada, Mexico, and Jamaica, like that kind of top tier, like you could squeeze into like the mid tier of like the Hondurases and like the like Trinidad and Tobago's of like CONCACAF. Like you could definitely like squeeze into like the Antilles and like the Virgin
Yeah.
Island like tier of CONCACAF,
Yeah.
and still like kind of make some noise. So like I think it'd be all good for them, you know. And besides, like, we need some more white people in CONCACAF. Like, I'm not gonna
Sir.
hold you.
Sir, relax. Relax.
We need some more white people in CONCACAF.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and then maybe they'll get funky and start like nationalizing Brazilians or some shit. And the next thing you know, Greenland got the best team in CONCACAF. Like I'm telling you, I'm here for like the potential of like what this could do to turn itself like on its head. I'm really here for that because that's what some teams did, man. Like for a long time, like a lot of the Central European powers were just like nationalizing Brazilians, and then they did that for like 5 or 10 years, and that got their own like domestic situation so good that like
Yeah,
now we forget that that was what was happening, right? So like why can't Greenland do the same thing? Why can't Greenland go get them a couple Brazilians, like make a couple Gold Cup like semifinals, and then like in 5 or 10 years, like they might be better than Canada. Like let them cook. That'll
bro.
redevelop their whole country.
Listen, if you think black Brazilians are gonna be in a place where it's ice on the ground for 10 months out of the year, you tripping.
I don't think. I know. I know. You give them some white women and get them out the favela, like nigga.
Sir, you gotta relax. Read the disclaimer? Read it.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the disclaimer. That might have been too much. Let me pull up the
Sheesh.
disclaimer.
Might have
Holy
been. That
shit.
was 1000% too much. Holy hell.
Tell me I'm lying.
Uh,
Tell me I'm lying. Why is it get quiet? Tell me I'm lying.
listen, I ain't.
He said, because I am not telling
Read the
you.
disclaimers.
Ah! Okay. The views, opinions, and statements expressed during this podcast are solely those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views, opinions, or positions of the podcast's hosts, guests, sponsors, or any affiliated entities, including employers of the participants. I probably need to read the second paragraph, especially after what I just said. The content provided is for entertainment purposes only, and should not be construed as professional advice or endorsements of any kind. The creators and sponsors of this podcast disclaim any liability for any errors, omissions, or actions taken based on the content of this podcast. Listeners are encouraged to form their own opinions and consult appropriate professionals for specific advice. By continuing to listen, you acknowledge and agree to these terms.
There you go.
My bad.
My bad. Hey, it's always funny to see who gets to the disclaimer first. Is it you or is it me?
I didn't think I said anything disclaim worthy, but apparently, like,
Woo!
yeah,
Holy
talking
hell.
to him, like talking to him. We out here talking on the last day of Black History Month.
Oh, that reminds me. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. That's payday, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I hate?
Short month. What'd you hate?
Fucking semi-monthly pay schedule.
What, like twice a month? You hate that?
Yeah, we get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month.
I mean, that's standard. Like, what you want? Like monthly? You want weekly?
No,
Like,
run my
like
shit weekly, nigga. I need that. I need that deposit hitting on the regular.
he
Rocket,
said, run that
rocket,
weekly. He said,
rocket.
rakata, rakata, every Friday. Every Friday.
Hell yeah, like clockwork, boy.
I didn't even think about that. I actually don't mind like every 2 weeks. It's like a nice kind of cadence. What
Yeah,
I
but you're every 2 weeks. I'm semi-monthly, so sometimes it's
Oh
longer.
yeah, actually I didn't even do the math on that. Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, we're every two. No. We might be semi-monthly. I don't know. Maybe I'm telling on myself that I don't know how much I can.
That nigga said it's in there. It's all there.
It's all no.
It's all there.
Hey man, I live below my means. So like I don't need it all when it hits. So like I got some wiggle room.
Yeah.
I ain't rushing. I ain't rushing to it when it hits. So
I
nah.
got records to buy.
Yeah, he said he got records to buy. Yeah, I got everything on Amazon subscribe and save. So like
Uh Speaking of records, reminder, March 15th through 17th, I will be in Chicago.
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah.
must dig, my boy. We must dig.
Oh yeah, we got some. Do you like the record stores here?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we got some good. We got some good spots here.
I went to, where did I go? Was it Reckless Records?
Yeah, Reckless
That was
Records.
one of them. What was the other one?
I don't remember.
It was the one where you bought some soul records. I mean, you always buy soul records, but
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there you
yeah.
bought like I
It
don't
wasn't.
remember.
Yeah, it wasn't Reckless though. No, no, no. We got some good. We got some good spots here.
Yeah.
I also found a place or two in the suburbs that are like pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
So like, me, you, and the boy would take a little ride out.
Yes, sir.
He's at that age now where like he enjoys like riding in the car. So like yeah, like we can hit the suburbs, no doubt. Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. That is it for the docket, man. You got anything else you wanted to cover today?
Uh, Not really, man. We are. I guess everything. I was about to say everything's gonna start coming hard and fast, but like I
Hey,
don't
yo.
know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo,
Egregious.
egregious. Um, our home opener is this week.
Oh, nice.
Um,
I gotta wait till March.
you got to wait till March.
March
Oh,
8th.
March 8th. Yeah, our home opener this week. We are hosting DC United Saturday night,
Mm.
so that'd be fun. If we were still doing the chop tournament or whatever, that would be the first like one.
Oh yeah.
We might bring the black supporters group thing back. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of it. But that's our home opener. That's our home opener. Saturday. That's really all I got. For
You
me,
going to the game?
nah, it's too late. It's past my boy's bedtime. Like I can't keep him out that late. You know, he's not really interested in like live sports yet in that way. Anyway,
Yeah.
like we watch, even when we watch soccer on television, he's got like a 3 minute attention span. Then he's off doing something else.
Yeah.
So
He's like, all
like
right, where's the ball? I want to kick my own shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I'm not even going like I'm not going to put him through it because he's not going to
Yeah.
enjoy it. Like I took him to the home opener last year,
Hmm.
and like
But yeah, he also couldn't walk yet then. So
yeah, but I mean he fell asleep. Like he fell asleep. Like he had his little headphones on. He fell asleep like 2 minutes into it, and we was like, all right, we left at halftime. So
yeah.
like I'm not going to do it to him. Um, in totally non-related news, outside of Arsenal, all of my teams are doing pretty well. Doing pretty
So
well.
that's Bayern.
That's Bayern. Bayern's top of the league, and then Ajax are top of the league.
Oh damn.
So yeah, it's really helpful that both the Bundesliga and the Eredivisie are on ESPN.
Oh yeah, that's
So
perfect.
yeah, so that's probably what I'll do this weekend. I'll probably watch the game, but I'm kind of done with Arsenal this season. Like they're clearly going to finish second. I'll tune in and watch some Champions League when that comes back. But that's
Yeah.
really all I got up. What you got up?
Uh, Work, man. I was working on trying to get this software installed. Not really installed. It's a SaaS, so
Yeah.
but I wanted it's a big spend, but it will help me a lot in my job, organize some things. But since the buyout, the new ownership group was like, nah, they're working on an upgrade of the current ERP software.
Yeah.
And who knows when they're going to finish that shit. I've been hearing about this damn upgrade for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been like, I don't know, what seems to me minimal progress. So we'll see how it actually plays out. But yeah, that's kind of all I'm really focusing on. You know about the personal shit going on, but
Yeah.
that's about it, man.
You want to do a Black History fact before
Yes, sir.
we
You
get out
got
of
it on
here?
one. Matter of fact,
Oh,
let me, speaking of Black history, Let me.
Do I need to read the disclaimer? Do I need
Yes,
to read the
yes.
disclaimer again? Oh my god.
Let me put that chopstick
Well, let
on.
me get my chapstick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So for the last Black History fact of the year, well, yeah, for the last
Of
Black History
February.
of February, yeah, we'll say February. We might bring these back and sprinkle these throughout like other podcasts. We have Patrick Williams of Miami, Florida, and he was the first dope dealer to call selling dope trapping.
Hey.
So, big shout out to Patrick Williams in Florida, first dope dealer to call it trapping.
Trapping. Don't get trapped, y'all.
Yeah.
We out here.
And to take us out, I might splice in a little Project Pat right here.
Let's
Just
go.
let's go. Might splice in a little Project Pat right here.
That'll be fine. This has been Shop Soccer Podcast. We appreciate y'all as always. We up out of here.
Peace.